The German language has a lot of amazing words that mean exactly what they look like they would mean. I've talked about this in videos before, words like Staubsauger, literally dust sucker for vacuum, and Rolltreppe, rolling stairs for escalator. But recently, I've noticed some German words that just don't seem to make sense. The meaning doesn't really line up with the different parts making up the word. Hey everyone, I'm Donna and you're watching Wanted Adventure Living Abroad. Within my first few weeks of moving to Germany and taking German lessons, I had already learned that the meaning of many German words could be worked out from looking at the smaller words within them. So when I heard Mr. German Man say, "Schönen Feierabend" to the cashier at the grocery store, I was a little confused. "Did you know that person?" I asked him. "No." "So then how did you know that they were going to have a party this evening or a celebration or something, anything? How did you know that they were doing something fun this evening?" He was very confused by my question, and I was still confused about the word. Feier means celebration or party in German, and abend is evening. So I figured that to wish someone a schönen Feierabend, that would mean have a nice party evening. But actually it turns out that the term Feierabend basically just refers to the evening after work. So schönen Feierabend is basically wishing the person, have a nice evening after you leave work. Hausarzt literally means house doctor. So when I first moved to Germany and heard everyone talking about seeing their Hausarzt, I was really surprised. Like, wow, I can't believe that here in Germany in this day and age, it's still common to have doctors regularly coming to your house, making house calls when you're sick. That's really amazing, especially since the people that I talk to just seem to have your average cold. But then it made a lot more sense when I learned that the word itself is a bit misleading. Hausarzt doesn't mean the doctor that comes to your house. Your Hausarzt is your general practitioner or your primary care physician in Germany. Gewürz means spice, and Nüsse are nuts. So following the logic of most German words, wouldn't it make sense for Gewürznüsse to be spiced nuts? I certainly thought so. I made this mistake quite recently in the Trying German Christmas Sweets video last year. It was suggested that I try Gewürznüsse. So I went out and bought spiced nuts, only to find out later that Gewürznüsse are actually a kind of Christmas cookie in Germany. Hören means to hear, and the definition of auf kind of shifts around, but means something like on or upon or at. So then, aufhören obviously means listening to something, right? Or at least it means something that in some way has to do with sounds. Nope, it means stop. Stop doing something. Aufhören. Why? Why does it mean that? I live in Bavaria, so I learned quite quickly into my German studies that 1 liter of beer is called a Maß, and a Meter, well, is a meter. So when I picture a Metermaß, I see in my head a row of Maß beers a meter long. Just beer after beer after beer. I did the math and estimated that about 10 Maß beers could fit side by side in a meter. So a Metermaß would be a row of 10 Maß beers, right? No, it's not anything like that. A Metermaß is a tape measure. Spiegelei. Spiegel eye. Mirror egg? Mirror egg? Nah, it's nothing so crazy. Spiegel does mean mirror and eye is egg, but a Spiegelei is just the name for a fried egg, or as Americans call it, an egg sunny side up. Before getting to know the word dämlich, I learned about and used quite regularly the word herrlich. Herr in German means Mr., but herrlich I learned means something like marvelous or glorious. So then, when I heard dämlich, I thought, well, Dame means lady, so I guess dämlich is like the feminine version of herrlich. Like how in English the word handsome is often associated with something that is masculine and pretty with something that is feminine. feminine. So I thought perhaps herrlich was for masculine things and dämlich was for, like a delicate flower petal would be dämlich. No, it turns out that dämlich just means silly or stupid. So my question for you is, what words in any language do not mean what they look like they should mean? Please let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and thank you for liking and commenting and subscribing to my channel. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I also hope that you'll enjoy the bloopers that are coming up next. Until next time, auf Wiedersehen. A sunny side up, an egg sunny side up. I see a mass beers row long meter beer. Yeah, something went wrong there. So I figured, someone wishing they don't really Feier abend, party evening.